You just started trying now, or you tried before?
No.
Just now.
Yeah.
Okay. I joined that. I was wondering why the class didn't start.
So we'll do a small kirtan. It's very late today. Now I got some traffic on the way.
Not easy.
Can we play? Turn it on?
Yeah. The source needs to. Yeah. Let's get a petition.
Krishna Kirtana Gana Nartana Haro Mamita Murni Jana Priya Priya Svara Puri Gira Gira Priya Priya Vande Rupa Sanatana Yudhamo Sri Prabhu Radha Krishna Pada Aravinda Bhajana Radha Krishna Pada One day, Sri Ram आधा कृष्ण अहर्निशं प्रभजतो दीवार्धाधौ मूढा Ande Adhikvijito Chatyanta Dino Chayo Krishna Smriti Mahima Dena Samhadito Ante Shri Adavasada Shishana Shaya Drastau Brahma Musada Ayan Kadada Hare Navanam Bhagavati Savumura and of that we will go. Shri Govardhan Kalpapada Patale Anindi Ane Kuta Sarvato Brajapure Jai Mahavijivalo Anveru Pasanatan Rakhiyo Shri Divine Sisi Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Gaur Premanand. So this is a song written by Srinivasacharya. Om Agyan Timirandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurandinitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manokeshtam Sthapitam Yena Mukale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dadati Swapadanti. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Bhakta Kanchana Gauri Radhe Vishwari Vishwahan Shri Devi Pranamami Hari Vancha Kalpalami Krishna Kripasindhu Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakti Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Mukham Karoti Vachalam Bangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Bande Shri Guru Dina Tarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. So how many of you have heard about Srinivasacharya? Srinivasacharya. Yes.
Many times, but
Not the name Srinivasacharya.
about
Yeah, like the life of Srinivasacharya.
One of the Sunday.
Here and there. Okay. So does anyone remember anything about Srinivasacharya? What all do you remember about him? Next time that we will discuss. Or should I tell about everything about Srinivasacharya? And everything, I know only like that's everything for me. Everything I know I just share, or what all have you heard about Srinivasacharya? Remember anything from the lecture? Remember any pastime?
Yeah, the green part.
Huh? Ring. Yeah. Okay. What else you remember?
Festival.
Yeah. What else?
He goes to an he's take the books.
That's book distribution. Yeah. Then
Yeah,
mainly these stuff.
he is which time, brother?
Okay. Hmm?
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu which time?
After Mahaprabhu's, when Mahaprabhu was there, he was there. But he never met Lord Chaitanya. But he was a child. So do you want to hear about Srinivasacharya? Today is actually his appearance day. Very, very auspicious to glorify the Vaishnavacharyas. Nrsimha Chaturdashi is the 14th day. And the next day after Nrsimha Chaturdashi is Purnima. Ekadashi is 11th day. Then Chaturdashi. So yesterday and today is also the appearance day of Radharani. Today is also the appearance day of Madhavendra Puri. And it's also the appearance day of Srinivasacharya. So we discussed Madhavendra Puri during his disappearance day one time. So we thought let's focus on Srinivasacharya this time. So during the time of Lord Chaitanya, there was a devotee whose name was Gangadhar, and husband-wife. Wife name was Lakshmi Priya. Does anything ring with the name Lakshmi Priya? Yeah, Mahaprabhu's first wife. So same name. Then they both had heard about Lord Chaitanya. They would worship him. They know he is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He has descended, but he was so busy with his like work and family that he never got a chance to actually go and meet Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in person. But he would worship Lord Chaitanya at his home, and they did not had any child for a long time. So he decided that he want to go and actually meet Lord Chaitanya in Navadvip. As he was going Navadvip, when he was few miles, just when he walked, he came to know that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to Katwa to take sannyas. Have you heard about Katwa? Katwa, Katwa. It's basically a place. So Mahaprabhu took sannyas from in Katwa from sannyas. You should again start our Chidvan Charitamrita. Sambharati also. Yeah, Keshav Bharati. Keshav Bharati. And there was also, so he went there. Then the first time, Gangadhar Pandit, he saw Lord Chaitanya in Katwa, and there was a barber who was about to, it was like a tumultuous uproar. It's on the bank of Ganga. There were thousands of people. They were revolting against Mahaprabhu cutting off the Mahaprabhu's hair. They were like, how can, what a wretched person you are that you can cut the hair of Lord Chaitanya. And this barber hand was like, Mahaprabhu said, cut it. And he's like shivering. He's like, such beautiful hairs that everything about the Lord is transcendental, right? So there is also, if you go to Navadvip, in Katwa, there is a samadhi of hairs. Kesh Samadhi of Lord Chaitanya. There is Samadhi of Keshav Bharati. Keshav Bharati said, now I've given you sannyas here. I will never leave this place. I'll just worship you here. The barber, he said, after cutting your hairs, I'll give up my profession, stay here, and my only desire is my Samadhi should be made here. So the Samadhi of Kesh of Lord Chaitanya, the barber, and Keshav Bharati. And after that, many descendants of Keshav Bharati stay there. So a lot of Samadhis are there. So it became a holy place because Mahaprabhu took sannyas there. So when there was a huge uproar, and Gangadhar, he also could not believe his eyes that why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has to take sannyas. We have to take sannyas. We are caught up in the material existence and we need to free ourselves. Why the Lord has to take sannyas? Why Lord should live such an austere life? So he was very much concerned. He was also, no, you can't do this. And then Mahaprabhu, there were many associates of Lord Chaitanya while Mahaprabhu was taking sannyas. Do you remember the name of any of the associate of Lord present that time? Sannyas ceremony? Any? Nityan Prabhu was there. Who else was there with the Lord? Advaita was there. Advaita home he went later. Who else was there? Very intelligent. Who else was there? Huh? He was also not there. Huh? Sir Damodar also not there. Gadadhar was also not there. There was
people will be there probably. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Keshav Bharti.
no, there were thousands of people actually there. There is Chandrasekhar Acharya, maternal relative of Lord Chaitanya. Somebody in family has to be there to witness. There was Murari Gupta, Damodar Pandit, Mukunda. So they were like, Mahaprabhu told his associates that you start Sankirtan. And then when everybody was in waves of ecstasy, then Mahaprabhu told the Bhargava.
So that time, Nityananda Prabhu also took the sannyas or?
No, he didn't take sannyas.
Oh, you just
You need 3 or 4 witness for sannyas. You need some witness. So he was there. So then at that point of time, Gangadhar, Mahaprabhu was given the name Sri Krishna Chaitanya. And Gangadhar started chanting Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. He was crying, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Then Mahaprabhu left with his associates. So Gangadhar just saw, among thousands of people, he was one of them who saw Mahaprabhu taking sannyas. Then he became ecstatic. And he was going, anybody who was there and present in that ceremony, God love of God. Mahaprabhu Kripa. So he went home, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Chaitanya, Chaitanya. So he went to his wife, Chaitanya, Chaitanya. His wife, Lakshmi Priya, said, what happened to you? You came so early, you are going to Navadi, just came, it's close where they used to stay. And then he told how he witnessed by the mercy of the Lord the sannyas pastime of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then when he told the whole pastime to his wife also became, she also started chanting Chaitanya, Chaitanya. So wherever he would go out, he became kind of, after you get love, you kind of become mad with love. So wherever he would go, he was Chaitanya, Chaitanya. So the whole town, they started calling him Chaitanya Das. From Gangadhar, but Chaitanya Das, Chaitanya Das. So still, again, many times, many years left, passed away. Mahaprabhu he went to deliver Sabha Bhattacharya, went to South Indian tour, came back, and long time passed. Then Gangadhar or Chaitanya Das, he told his wife Lakshmi Priya that let us go and meet Lord Chaitanya. They were already pure devotees, and by their influence, the whole town became devotees by the influence of Chaitanya. So then they both went, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally received it. This pastime does not come in Chaitanya Charitamrita, because Chaitanya Charitamrita is mainly focused on like main associates of the Lord who are there with the Lord all the time. It's like, very pastimes lot are unlimited. So this pastime comes in Bhakti Ratnakar. There is a book about the life of Srinivasacharya. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he received Chaitanya Das and Lakshmi Priya. Mahaprabhu asked them, did you take darshan of Lord Jagannath? They immediately went, they saw the Lord in sannyas robes, shaved head, they bowed down. They told the Lord, my Lord, we surrender our lives to you. Mahaprabhu kind of picked him up, and he asked, have you took darshan of Jagannath? They said, no. They said, then Mahaprabhu told Govinda, take him for darshan of Jagannath, and then make them stay in these quarters. So Govinda they took darshan. Then Mahaprabhu himself arranged for prasadam, for the stay, and for darshan of this family. And then Mahaprabhu just told them, Jagannath is very merciful. Whatever desire you have will be fulfilled. And they actually came with a desire. What was their desire? We want a child. No child for a long time. Then many days, but they didn't want to ask anything from the Lord. They're like, we are here to serve the Lord. We cannot ask. But when they went to Jagannath, He told Jagannath, please give us a child who is a great devotee of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Few days passed, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Govinda, Govinda, ask them to go back. They are not going to ask me, but I know they want a child. They asked Jagannath instead of asking me. They ask for a child. Very soon, tell them, very soon they will have a child who will be a great devotee of mine. Ask them to name him Srinivas. Through Roop and Sanatan, I will establish Bhakti Shastras, and through their son, I will distribute them. Bhakti Ratnakar says Mahaprabhu instruction to Govinda. And then they went. They went back to their hometown near Jajigram. Then after some time, then a beautiful golden child was born, and his name was Srinivas. Later on, he received the title Acharya from Jiva Goswami. We will see that today if time permits. So Srinivas, mother is a pure devotee. Now mother, father, both are pure devotees. So they would always glorify to Srinivas about the glories and the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He became a great devotee of the Lord. Every day he, from his very childhood, started chanting. He would teach him Bhagavad Gita and various scriptures, raised very attractive. It is said that he became like the moon of his town. Everybody loved him like the most beautiful boy, most intelligent, most devoted. Then he heard about Narahari Sarkar. Have you heard about Narahari? Narahari. Never heard the name? Narahari. In Gaura Arti. Kiva Narahari Adi Kori Chama Heard it? So Narahari was a very close associate of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is said that Narahari was the only person Mahaprabhu allowed who, in the presence of Mahaprabhu, can glorify Mahaprabhu and Mahaprabhu will not feel bad. Anybody has to glorify Lord Chaitanya and Lord Chaitanya Vishnu, 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 and he would not like it. If Narahari says only, Mahaprabhu was okay. So Srinivas heard, Srinivas was very attracted to Narahari that he is such an associate of the Lord. He heard a lot about Lord Chaitanya. So he wanted to take guidance about how to develop my devotion to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he was attracted to Narahari Sarkar. Narahari Sarkar also heard that this child is the moon of his town. So he went. There was a nearby town. The name of the town is Shikhanda. When Bengalis, they know all these places we heard. So then um, Srinivasacharya, he went to Shikhanda and there he met Narahari Sarkar. So Narahari Sarkar told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, don't delay, you go to Puri and meet Lord Chaitanya. Personally, Mahaprabhu was there at that time. But soon after that, what happened? Within few days, his father became ill. 7 days so severely ill that his father departed. And all the responsibility they fell on Srinivas. He was still like 14, 15 years old. And he was the only son. And mother became widow. So all the last rites, in India, there are 1-2 months last rite happened. And then there was no even finances difficulty. So they left the hometown. They then moved to Jajigram. And mother was he could not go to meet Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then after some time passed, then again Narahari Sarkar sent a message, go to Lord Chaitanya, do not delay. And then he started again to Jagannath Puri. And on the way, he came to know that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has departed. So then he could not physically meet Lord Chaitanya. He lamented that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has departed. Before Srinivasacharya reached Jagannath Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he sent a letter to Rupa and Sanatan Goswami that educate Srinivas in Bhakti Shastras. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Gadadhar Pandit that you explain him the import of Srimad Bhagavatam. So before Srinivasacharya went there, Mahaprabhu already arranged. And then Mahaprabhu ended his earthly pastime. So when he went there, he was naturally disheartened. And then he went to the temple of Tota Gopinath, where Tota Gopinath deity was served by Gadadhar Pandit. And Gadadhar heard, and he was like a teenager. Like it is said, he was like 17 years old that time. So he paid his obeisance. 17-year-old, like small young boy. So and Gadadhar Pandit is very elderly. Gadadhar Pandit was was already in the feeling of separation from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He paid his obeisances, and Gadadhar Pandit said, "Yeah, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told me to teach you Srimad Bhagavatam. So I want to explain the entire Srimad Bhagavatam to you, but unfortunately, the book that I have is illegible because of the tears of Gadadhar Pandit. He would read and he would cry, and it's like handwritten on paper. Paper was not existing that time. It was handwritten on whatever leaves they had, and little bit water and it wipes off. So his whole tears made the whole Bhagavatam that he had illegible. So Gadadhar Pandit is expansion of Srimati Radharani. So Gadadhar Pandit told Srinivasacharya, I will arrange for Srimad Bhagavatam from Narahari Sarkar. So he sent a letter to one of the servants to Narahari Sarkar. Narahari Sarkar is also the Shiksha Guru of Srinivasacharya. Srinivasacharya actually wanted to take Diksha from Narahari Sarkar. Narahari Sarkar said, no, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told me that you will take Diksha from Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So Narahari Sarkar did not give him Diksha. So Gadadhar Pandit sent a letter to arrange for Srimad Bhagavatam. Narahari Sarkar sent back saying that the Bhagavatam is already arranged. I will send through a servant. So then Gadadhar Pandit sent a letter that time is short. I don't know how much time I have. I will send Srinivas to bring the Srimad Bhagavatam. And they are not very far. I mean, at least a week it will still take or more. I mean, this is Bengal and this is Orissa. He is in Puri right now. So Gadadhar Pandit told Srinivas that go fast and bring Srimad Bhagavatam. I don't know how much I can tolerate separation from Lord Chaitanya. And he went. He took the book from Narahari Sarkar. He was coming on the way. He received the news that Gadadhar Pandit has departed from this world. So now he considered himself as the most wretched and most unfortunate person because he could not meet Lord Chaitanya and he could not meet Gadadhar Pandit. He lost hopes in his life. And then he again went back and started taking care of his mother and started studying under Narahari Sarkar. Again, few years passed. He came to his adulthood, means like in his early 20s, 4-5 years passed. Then, Janva Mata. Who is Janva Mata? Wife of Janva Mata, never heard. Mother Janva. Yeah, wife of Nityananda Prabhu. All right. So after Mahaprabhu left, Nityananda Prabhu left, Gadadhar Pandit left. Janva Mata was the great saint. She traveled to Vrindavan. She met Rupa and Sanatana Goswami. Rupa and Sanatana Goswami told Janva Mata, immediately send Srinivas. We are anxiously waiting for him. Lord Chaitanya has sent a letter to teach Srinivas the Bhakti Shastras. Immediately sent him here. We don't know how much time we have. Janva Mata went and told Narahari Sarkar, who was Diksha Guru, that immediately send Srinivas to Vrindavan. And Srinivas, again, few years have passed. He was just engaged in his studies, but he would study under Narahari Sarkar. He would regularly visit. So his desire to again study Bhagavatam awoke. He kind of almost went into like, I'm very wretched, I'm not qualified. That's why I could not study from Gadadhar Pandit, could not meet Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then he said, all right. So and then what happened is he started meeting all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. First, he went to Navadvip. In Navadvip, he went to the house of Lord Chaitanya. Vishnu Priya was there. Who is Vishnu Priya? Very nice. Wife of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. She was like Lord Chaitanya's widow. So when Srinivasacharya is still, Vishnu Priya is like in her like at least late 50s. She's very elderly now. And he is like 21. So he went, he bowed down to Vishnu Priya. It is said that when Lord Associates saw Srinivasacharya, they remembered Lord Chaitanya. When all the associate Lord they thought Mahaprabhu has come back. That's how they felt. And it is described Bhakti Ratnaka, Srinivasacharya is the ecstasy of Lord Chaitanya manifested in the form of Srinivasacharya. Mahaprabhu loving ecstasy. So when she saw this small boy, she remembered Lord Chaitanya. So she told this little Srinivas, stay here. So he stayed in the house with Mother Sachi and Vishnu Priya. And Ishan was their servant for a few days. And he was very much surprised at the seeing the austerity of Vishnu Priya. Vishnu Priya, every time she would chant, she would take a grain of rice and keep it aside. One more chanting. Whatever she would chant at the end of the day, whatever rice she would get, she would cook it. And that's what she would eat. One meal a day, plain rice.
Vrindavan.
He didn't go to Vrindavan yet. First, before going to Vrindavan, he went to Navadvip to meet all the associates of the Lord. So first he went to the house of Lord Chaitanya. And there is an interaction with Vishnu Priya Devi, Vishnu Priya Mata. And Vishnu Priya, then after a few days, Srinivasacharya told they would have very lot of discussion, and she would tell about Nimai's pastime in his childhood, pastime after his marriage, everything. And Srinivasacharya was just absorbed hearing. They were just Gaur Katha every single day, hours. Vishnu Priya, they would speak. He was also one of the legendary after Mahaprabhus, but it's very painful life of Vishnu Priya Devi. Then after a few days, then he told how Janma Mata came and instructed that he should go to Vrindavan. So Vishnu Priya said, you should hurry. If Rupa and Sanatan have told, she knows everybody. She would hear all the news. Rupa and Sanatan went told, immediately rush to Vrindavan. So he was receiving many instructions to rush. But somehow he had a keen desire, how Mahaprabhu inspired him to meet all the associates of the Lord. So he would peacefully spend a few days just hearing God. Although his own Shiksha Guru told him rush, but he just wanted association. So after a few days, when he was departing, Vishnu Priya cried from separation because she felt like there was somebody I could speak about my Lord, about Lord Chaitanya. And he was very inspired by seeing austerity of Vishnu Priya. Very simple lady, very simple life. And then he went to Shantipur. Advaitacharya is already departed. All the Prabhus departed ladies remained actually. So who was there? Who is the wife of Advaitacharya? Sita Thakurani. We sing that song, right? Daya koro Sita Pati Advaita Gosai. Daya karo Sita Pati Advaita, the husband of Sita Mata. So Sita Mata was there, and their two sons were there. She had 5 sons actually. 2 were devotees, 3 were impersonalists. One is Achyutananda, one more. They were there. So she was, and they were like similar age. Acharya we used to discuss with them. Achyutananda is great devotee. Achyutananda met Lord Chaitanya, right? You know this past time. Right? Mahaprabhu asked, Advaitacharya was holding Achyutananda. Mahaprabhu asked, who is father? He is who is son? So Advaitacharya said, he is my father, I am his son, because he is teaching me how to remember Krishna. So Mahaprabhu became very happy. So Achyutananda is great devotee who met Lord Chaitanya. They were saying Srinivasacharya never met Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he spent some time there, then went to the house of Srivas Pandit. His sons were there, but again Srivas Pandit departed. And then in that way he was meeting different associates. Then again he went to Sri Khanda and met Narahari Sarkar. Narahari Sarkar said, sir, you are still here? So many months passed, I told you, rush to Vrindavan. And going. Then he went to see his aged mother to take his permission. And then finally he started. And then he also went to Kardaha. You know Kardaha? Kardaha is a place, home of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Who was there? Janma Mata was there. Janma Mata gave the instruction months back to go to Vrindavan. And he went and he stayed few days with Janma Mata, hearing about Hari Katha and Gaur Katha and Krishna Katha. So Janma Mata said, Srinivas, go to Vrindavan. He said, yes, I'm going to Vrindavan. After Janma Mata, then he went to Narahari Sarkar. Then he spent some time with his mother. Then he was coming, and then he went to Abhiram Thakur. Abhiram Thakur was known for his whips. Anybody he hits with his hunter, they will get love of God. So and if they don't have love of God, if he hits, they will die. So it's like, everybody was scared. You heard some pastors are there. So he hit 3 times, Srinivasacharya, and his love ecstatic increased so much. And then he went to the house of, the 3 Ghosh. The 3 Ghosh brothers, Vasudev Ghosh. What did come again in Gaul Leela? What is the song? What does it say? Ghosh Adi Ghosh Adi means 3 Ghosh brothers. They were singers. They would sing for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in this way, he would meet all the associates. And finally, he set his journey to Vrindavan. And first, on the way, he went through this forest where Mahaprabhu, the route Mahaprabhu took, and then he went to Varanasi. There he stayed for a few days at the house of Chandrasekharacharya. Chandrasekharacharya, by this point of time, was a spiritual master. Many years have passed, right? Like 20 years have passed. Mahaprabhu went to South India tour when he was 27, 28. And by this time, Mahaprabhu already departed. So 25 years have almost passed. And Chandrasekharacharya had many disciples. One of the disciples of Chandrasekharacharya showed all the places because Mahaprabhu stayed in his home for 2 months. It has not come yet. On his way back, he imparted teaching to Sanatana Goswami there. So 2 months Mahaprabhu stayed. So one of the disciples of Chandrasekharacharya took Srinivas to all the places where Mahaprabhu used to go. And few days he spent Chandrasekharacharya house. And then he went to Allahabad, Prayag, Bindu Madhav Mandir, and spent some time there. And when he was going from there to Vrindavan, he heard the news Sanatana Goswami has departed 4 months back. So he was stuck. That it was very lamentable because the only hope he had was Rupa and Sanatana Goswami. Now he had one last hope: Rupa Goswami will teach him Srimad Bhagavatam. Will teach him Srimad Bhagavatam. Then after 3 days, when he heard the news, Rupa Goswami has departed. Srinivasacharya decided to commit suicide. First, he missed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then he missed Gadadhar Pandit, then he missed Sanatana Goswami. Now the last was Rupa Goswami. He sat under a tree with a strong determination to commit suicide. He felt like there is no purpose of living. I was living just for Rupa and Sanatana Goswami. And first time also, actually, Bhakti Ratnakar says somehow Mahaprabhu's will, Mahaprabhu told Gadadhar Pandit, Mahaprabhu told Rupa and Sanatana, but Mahaprabhu has another plan for him. That's why first time he delayed because his father passed away. He could not meet Lord Chaitanya. Second time he delayed because Mahaprabhu gave him desire, meet all my associates, go to their homes. So he missed both of them. Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, before they departed, they told Jiva Goswami, it's time you take care of Srinivas once he comes. He is on his way. Rupa and Sanatana told Gopal Bhatta Goswami, you give him initiation. Srinivas is on his way. And then they left. How much focus Srinivasacharya had. Great, right? Great. Then that when he was decided to commit suicide between Prayag and Vrindavan, then Rupa and Sanatana came to his tree and he told Srinivas, don't worry, everything is arranged, everything is Lord's will. We are always there with you. All our books are there. We are not different from our books. Everything that we wanted to speak to you are there in our books. Go and take shelter of Jiva Goswami, who will explain everything to you, and take initiation from Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Then some hope again came in the life of Srinivasacharya. Again started walking. After a long journey, then he finally saw the dust of Vrindavan now. And he went straight to the temple of Radha Govind Dev. And there was nice kirtan going on. There was Radha Govind Dev, Rupa Goswami's personal deity. He was sitting and he was praying to Radha Govind Dev to help him. At that point of time, as he was praying, Jiva Goswami entered the temple. Jiva Goswami, like powerful personality. He's a leader of Vrindavan. And like, he takes care of everything in Vrindavan. When he came, everybody bowed down to Jiva Goswami. Srinivasacharya is still in his 20s. When everybody started bowing down, he looked back. He never met Jiva Goswami. He never met Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami. He understood this must be Jiva Goswami. So he bowed down to his, surrendered his life, and he said, this wretched soul, who is the most unfortunate person on the planet, his name is Srinivas. And Jiva Goswami embraced him. Jiva Goswami said, I was waiting for you so long. Chalo. Then he took Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami took Srinivasacharya to his own temple. And in the temple of Jiva Goswami, Radha. So after, when Jiva Goswami was there, first Jiva Goswami, who was Guru Jiva Goswami? Rupa Goswami. Jiva Goswami is Guru Rupa Goswami. First, he built the temple for his Guru, Rupa Goswami. After Rupa Goswami's departure, then he built the temple of his own deity, Radha Damodar. How he got Radha Damodar? Have you heard about Radha Damodar? You must have heard about Radha Damodar because worship in the month of Kartik. But you heard about Jiva Goswami's Radha Damodar? Personally carved for his disciples. Today, original Radha Damodar is in Jaipur. They would personally interact with the Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami would see and Damodar will turn his flute and play and Jiva Goswami will in ecstasy faint. Then he would say, Jiva Goswami, get up, what are you doing? I'm hungry. Don't waste time in fainting. Cook something for me. Oh, what do you want, my lord? So that's why they're called Jiva. Jiva means he would have personal interaction. Jiva Goswami carved that deity. So he built one temple for his guru, Radha Govind Dev. And then he built temple for his own deity given by his Gurudev, personally carved by Rupa Goswami, Radha Mohan. So Jiva Goswami took Srinivas to his temple in Radha Mohan. He went there and Jiva Goswami said, this is the tomb of Rupa Goswami. He passed few days back. Then Srinivasacharya prayed there. Then Jiva Goswami introduced Srinivasacharya to Gopal Bhatta Goswami. And he told Gopal Bhatta Goswami, accept him as your disciple. Then Gopal Bhatta Goswami said, Jiva Goswami is very learned in the teachings of Rupa and Sanatana. So you take Siksha from him. He accepted him. He gave him the name Srinivas only. And you accept teaching from Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami already was teaching many students, but the favorite student till now of Jiva Goswami, Rottam Das Thakur, who came a year before Srinivas came. And after Srinivas joined, then later on came Shyamananda, who's also named as Dukhi Krishna. So these three became like, he had many students. Everybody would send their students to Jiva Goswami for studies. So these three were like, then Jiva Goswami, he would teach all the books of Rupa and Sanatana and Raghunath Das Goswami and all the books of Goswamis and the Tika from from Sridhar Swami, everything he would teach to Srinivasacharya. And then Jiva Goswami told one devotee, associate of Lord Chaitanya, whose name was Raghav Pandit. He told him, Raghav Pandit was Champaklata Sakhi or one of the Ashta Sakhis of Srimati Radharani, who came in God Leela. So Raghav Pandit took all three of them to show all the places of Vrindavan. Study day and night in the Jiva Goswami took all the places and personally served their Guru. Who was the Guru of Narottam Das Thakur? Lokanath Goswami. You heard about Narottam Das Thakur going and trying to clean the stool left by his Guru, Lokanath Goswami. And who was the Guru of Shyamanand Pandit?
Goswami is a Shiksha Guru.
For all three of them. But all three different gurus, Diksha Gurus. Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Srinivasacharya. Only Srinivas at this point of time. Lokanath Goswami, Narottam Das. And Hriday Chaitanya from Bengal. His disciple was Dukhi Krishna. Later on, we saw he found the Nupur of Srimati Radharani and Radharani gave him the name Shyambananda. You know that when he was doing sweeping at Seva Kunj near the temple of Radha Mother. That's where he met Lalita Sakhi. Because he met the Nupur, then Lalita Sakhi came and she said, give me the jewel. He said, is it yours? She is not mine. It belongs to my friend. I will not give it to you. It's your friend's right. Then she said, impudent boy, don't mess up. Give me the ring. She said, first of all, it looks like a Kingsley ring. Super expensive. If you are simple cowherd girls, how can you have such an expensive ring? First, I want to see the owner has to be that much rich to own such a ring. Lalita Sakhi know that she is very qualified. Lalita Sakhi said, give it the ring. It not belongs to you, right? I am claiming it. How do I know? Give it back. He said, no. Then Lalita Sakhi made him take a bath in a nearby kund. And then In his original Siddha Swarup, Lalita Sakhi took her to Srimati Radharani. And that's how Radharani put a mark on him. This also place comes in Seva Kunj. And then she gave him the name Shamananda. She personally saw, he, he personally got the fortune to saw Srimati Radharani uh, in Aprakat Dham, which by the Masjid Lalita Devi he could enter. Otherwise, access is not there. And these three were like one soul, three bodies. I mean, obviously three different souls, but just how close they were. Then after many years of studying under Jiva Goswami and Jiva Goswami consulting with their Diksha gurus, then Jiva Goswami, Janva Mata came before. Janva Mata know that the treasure of Mahaprabhu's mission is in Vrindavan under care of Jiva Goswami. That time printing press was there in Bengal and preaching has to happen. So Janva Mata told, preaching is stopping here. There is a lot of difficulties. Send your best disciples with the books. So Jiva Goswami chose these three were his best Siksha disciples. He chose Shyamananda Pandit, Narottam Das Thakur, and Srinivasacharya to take all the books of the Goswamis with 10 guards. And he arranged, like Jiva Goswami, like perfect orchestrator of everything. So, to cross the borders, you need some papers. So from the king of Jaipur, he arranged for all the papers for these three. He asked the local farmer in Vrindavan to arrange for a bullock cart. And everything Jiva Goswami arranged and with all everything he needs with the guards from one of the Kshatriya he arranged. So, full. Jiva Goswami said, "Chalo, now go." They took permission from their individual Diksha gurus and then they set off with all the books. Which all books were there? Can you name some? Srimad Bhagavatam by who? Oh, you mean Srinivasacharya. These are the books of the Goswamis. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. They all exist in single copies. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Nectar of Devotion. Upadeshamrita. Lalita Madhav Vidagdha Madhav. Rupa Goswami. Ujjwal Leelamani. Rupa Goswami. Uddhav Sandesh. Stavamala. Rupa Goswami. Hamsa Duta. Rupa Goswami. Stavavali. Raghunath Das Goswami. Mana Siksha. Raghunath Das Goswami. Vilap Kushmandi. Raghunath Das Goswami. Brihad Bhagavatamrita. Sanathan Goswami. Hari Bhakti Vilas. Sanathan Goswami. All the books that you can think of. Put in a box. Red cloth around. 10 guards guarding it. 2 bullock carts. And 2 people who will learn the cart. And that's how they left Vrindavan. Narottam Das Thakur never returned back. Shyamananda came back after some time. Srinivasacharya came back. Narottam Das Thakur, his guru, told him, never come here. Preach only. So Narottam Das, always in Bengal preaching. Only his samadhi came back. We discussed with Narottam Das Thakur here, right? Sometime in the past. Never discussed. Narottam, never discussed. Maybe we never discussed. I don't know. Okay, if his appearance comes in our days, then we will discuss more about him. So Srinivasacharya, with their 3 went, and they went to Bengal. They reached Bengal. They reached to their destination where they had to go to almost close to the destination. Where they had to go? To Janva Mata and take the books. Then in Bengal, there is a village called Van Vishnupur. And there, the king name was, there was a king of Van Vishnupur. His name was, there are some pastimes going there also, along with pastimes here. So, the king name was King Virambir. So, King Virambir, he had some astrologers. The astrologers told him that your biggest fortune will open. There is one Sanduk coming with 15 men. you can store it, your life will be transformed. It shows in your chart that is your greatest fortune you could get. So he thought this is more precious than gold and diamonds and jewels. If you get this, your life this is the most fortunate opportune moment in your life. So he sent a group of dacoits, the king of dacoits, like go. This is already few days before. So they were kind of following these 15 people, and they would not sleep. These 15 people. One or the other would sleep. Other guard would guard somewhere because this is the only treasure. If it's gone, the entire philosophy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is gone into waters. This is the base of the entire Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy. Then at one point of time, when they were within, there is a place called Gopalpur, within the district of King Viramvir Van Vishnupur. There, on the bank of Ganga, Ganga flows in Bengal, everybody slept. They got up, all the books were stolen. Never heard this story? You heard that story? I think we discussed sometime. So very quickly, then we'll go and try to finish in next 20 more minutes the little bit about Srinivasacharya. So then King Viramvir got that sanduk. Immediately took the red cloth, opened. King Viramvir was also a devotee. King Viramvir every day would study Bhagavatam in his kingdom. He would gather people who are interested every day Bhagavad Gita. And there was a saint whose name was Vyasacharya. He would give commentary on Bhagavatam every day to the king and the queen. But he was a decoy. So this contradiction is there somehow. But that's because Vyasacharya would give commentary, his own commentary. It was Vyasacharya's own Bhagavatam. It's all fake Bhagavatam, basically. So when he opened, he saw the books. He started reading. When he started reading, his heart transformed. He just read one page. He felt this is Rupa Goswami's book. Never heard. When he read one page, he fell down crying. He thought, I have committed the greatest sin. They were the greatest saints on the planet. And I have taken the book of the saints. So, he would do sin, but he's very afraid of sins also. It's contradictory behavior of King Veeravi. So he felt like that. Then in the night, as he was lamenting, he slept. Srinivasacharya spoke to him without a physical form. Don't worry, King Viramji. Very soon, very soon we will meet, and your sins will be over, and your greatest fortune will open, and then disappear. Then after a few days, Srinivasacharya, he sent a letter to Jiva Goswami. All the books are stolen. And he told Shyamanand Pandit and Rotam Das Thakur, continue preaching. He told the guards, thank you. Go back. The purpose is done. The books are stolen. Go back. Bullock cart went with the bullock, 10 guards. They went. Srinivasacharya stayed there. Just before leaving Vrindavan, Jiva Goswami told Srinivas, and he told him, from now your name will be Srinivasacharya. He told Narottam Das, he said, your name will be Narottam Das Thakur Mahashay. And he told Shyamananda, and he said, your name will be Shyamananda Pandit. That's how Jiva Goswami gave them the title. And Srinivasacharya remained there, everybody left. Shyamananda Pandit went to Orissa. Narottam Das Thakur went to Bengal. And in Bengal, there is a village called Kheturi. That became like that place Narottam Das Thakur developed, Kheturi. That's where the first God Purnima festival happens. There is so many in the life of Srinivasacharya, right? I mean, now the pastime begins, but I'll just say the first God Purnima festival happens here. And then Srinivasacharya cultivated the entire village of Van Vishnupur. They all have their own places where they kind of cultivated Krishna consciousness, and from there it spread. So Srinivasacharya's main place became the same village later on. So then there was a Brahmana. His name was Krishna Brahmana. So he met Srinivasacharya. Then they became close friends together. Then he stayed there. Srinivasacharya did not tell anybody his mission. So Krishna Brahmana, he told Srinivasacharya that here the king invites anybody who is interested for Bhagavad Katha every day. So Srinivasacharya said, can you take me to the next meeting? The meeting would happen every day. And then he went, and there Vyasacharya was speaking on Bhagavatam. King was there, queen was there, few important people were there. But Srinivasacharya did not like the commentary. 1 day, 2 day, 1 week, 2 weeks, Srinivasacharya did not say anything. Then separately, in order to not hurt Vyasacharya, Srinivasacharya asked Vyasacharya that, have you read commentary on Sridhar Swami? Your commentary doesn't seem to match. Clearly, you have not read any other commentaries. On what basis are you speaking on Bhagavatam? Vyasacharya was offended. He did not answer. Then in the next meeting, Vyasacharya was speaking on Krishna Ras Leela. The king was there, queen was there, many other people were there.
These places are nearby only.
Which places?
You mentioned so many places, right?
All Bengal.
All Bengal nearby.
Kheturi, Jajigram, Shrikhanda, Van Vishnupur. Our whole culture is Bengali. All our poems are Bengali.
Yeah.
Chaitanya Charitamrita is Bengali. Lord, he didn't go to Puri Prabhu. He went to Orissa. There is his place. We will discuss sometime his life. It's in the presentation. But I don't remember the name of the place. But his samadhi is there. Shaman, original samadhi. We discuss in one of our morning discussion. Shaman the Pandit, where samadhi is and his life. It becomes there. So then Srinivasacharya asked him that this explanation does not match with the explanation of our Sridhar Swami and others. Then Vyasacharya said, King Vyasacharya said, you are simply an upstart creating disturbance. If you are such a scholar in Bhagavatam, then why don't you come and describe these verses of Rasli and Bhagavatam? He accepted a challenge. He went and they both sat, and just by Srinivasacharya speaking the words in such a meter, everybody's hearts melted. It's like, his own spiritual divinity. When he spoke the verse itself, everyone was attracted. Then when he started commenting on every single verse of Ras Leela, what is the mood of separation the gopis were feeling? Why did Krishna disappear? The Gopi Gita that they sang, he explained in such detail. Srinivasacharya explained. Everybody heart melted by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. And the king, the queen, everybody, even Vyasacharya, who was offending Srinivasacharya, he also felt great joy in his heart by hearing the commentary from Srinivasacharya. Srinivasacharya at this point of time already has love of God. Just by hearing, the power of spiritual divinity, although he was very envious and very proud, but just by the power of Srinivasacharya, he bowed down to Srinivasacharya. The king and the queen, now every day the Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken by Srinivasacharya. Whatever would happen, whenever Srinivasacharya would start speaking, slowly, many people started coming for Bhagavatam discussion. And when they would hear Srinivasacharya, they felt like the senses are inert, they are stuck with like statues, and they are hearing the glories of Krishna's pastime. And this is something like they have never heard before. Then the king eventually, he told Srinivasacharya that I have never met a personality like you. I surrender my life. You are the king, I am the servant. So why have you come here? Come for dinner. Srinivasacharya said, I take one humble meal. I've already taken the meal. So King Viramveer said, okay, come take at least some fruits with me. So he took some fruits. Then he said, why have you come here? He said, I have come here just to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam. He did not say that time also. He kept his mission very concealed. Then later point of time, he kept on, everybody started coming to Bhagavatam discussion. Srinivasacharya would describe Krishna's pastime, Krishna Kirtan, the commentary, and everybody's heart would melt and they would cry by hearing Krishna's pastime. So attractive.
So Srinivasacharya wrote the explanation of the purpose.
No, he would speak from Srila Swami's commentary. And Sanatana Goswami wrote a commentary. He studied in the Jiva Goswami all the commentaries. He's expert in Shastra. It is said,
those books are
huh?
like Jiva Goswami Sandarbha also he carried.
Yes, all the books are there. Whatever is there. And everything is in the heart of Srinivasacharya, like rigorous training he received from Jiva Goswami. It's coming from a proper bona fide Sampradaya. Mahaprabhu's expansion of Mahaprabhu's love. It is said the first time Srinivasacharya met Narahari Sarkar, he started developing ecstatic symptoms. The first time he met Narahari Sarkar, one associate awoke. And then what was his association? Vishnu Priya, Gadadhar Pandit. He don't meet such people, bro. Achyutananda, Aviram Thakur. He met everybody. These are like all close associate. He met to all the associate of in Puri also. He met everybody. Sarup Damodar, Ramananda Roy. He went to meet King Pratap Rudra. King Pratap Rudra, because Mahaprabhu has left, he already went to some other village in seclusion, lamenting. So he could not meet King Pratap Rudra. So in that way, what who is Srinivasacharya? Then he studied the Jiva Goswami, disciple of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. He has already developed love of God. So when he spoke to all the people, everybody was like, the king said, you are the king, I am your servant. I want to surrender my life to you. Then Srinivasacharya said, I cannot accept any disciples. I am on a mission. Then King Viramvir asked him, what is your mission? Then he said, I have lost all the books written by the Goswamis of Vrindavan. And the moment King Viramvir heard, he started crying, fell down at the feet of Srinivasacharya and said, I am such a wretched soul. I am that greatest sinner on the planet who has stolen your book. And then he took him to the treasury. And there he opened the book, opened the sanduk, and all the books were there intact. Srinivasacharya saw the books first. Srinivasacharya said, immediately arrange for sandalwood pulp, dhoop, deep, everything. And he immediately did arati to all the books and worship with all in the treasury of the king, with all the king, the queen, and all the people there. And then same day, Srinivasacharya said, today I will give you initiation. And then he initiated King Viramvir. And King Viramvir became Hari Charan Das. Hari Charan Das Prabhu ki. And slowly his son, he became Gopal Das. slowly, Vyasacharya initiated. Krishna Brahmana initiated. He sent a letter to Jiva Goswami. The books are found, and the band of dacoits and the king and the entire are devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All the Goswamis are dancing there. Jiva Goswami, Gopal Bhatta Goswami. They're like the entire nation is converted to Vaishnavism. Even today, if you go there, King Veerabil made a law. Everybody has to chant minimum 64 rounds to live here, otherwise go out of this town. Even if you go there today, he ruled for almost 40 years. Now his assistants are ruling. Everybody there, even today. It's a Vaishnav country, Vaishnav state, Vaishnav city, region. Everybody there is a devotee today. There is Radha Kund, Shyam Kund, Govardhan, Yamuna in like how we have other eco farms established there. Everybody worship there, Krishna and Vrindavan.
Yeah, I met from West Bengal, some jewelry workers are there. I met, they do the Gaur Purnima, very big festival, and everybody wear tulsi mala. But they don't chant, but they do, in their family, everybody will have tulsi.
Is a devotee. I don't know situation today. I haven't been there, the whole nation. And then Srinivasacharya, he thought purpose is done. Everybody was a devotee. They were worshipping him. He would speak Bhagavatam every day. King Viramvir in his court, he would ask, even politics matter. He would ask his Guru, Gurudev, what should I do? Vasari would say, do like this. Naturally, he was ruling the kingdom. Srinivasacharya, the king just with the namesake. He'll ask Gurudev, what should I do? He was worshipped like anything. And then Srinivasacharya remembered his mother was aging. And he heard the news, Narahari Sarkar is very sick. They are becoming older, right? So many years. He is also Bengal. He went to Jajigram. He met his very elderly mother. Then he went to Shrikhanda, where there was Narahari Sarkar. Then he met them. Then Narahari Sarkar told Srinivasacharya, get married. And then from there, Srinivasacharya took the instruction. Then he went to meet Gadadhar Das. You know Gadadhar Das? He was the associate Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Gadadhar Das went to the king. Hey king, come out, Kaji. Chant the whole name of Krishna. You may have heard Maharaj is doing very nicely. Chant the name of Krishna. So the Kazi became angry. This during Mahaprabhu's time, his ecstasy, Kazi became angry. Kazi came down. He wanted to kill this person who is asking him to chant the name of Krishna. When he saw Gadadhar, his heart melted. So the Kazi was very cruel there. They killed Kazi when he saw Gadadhar. His heart melted by seeing the beautiful, such innocent face of Gadadhar Das. He was like shouting, chant the name of Krishna. Otherwise, I will kill you today. And just saying this, the king, by seeing that innocent face of Gadadhar Das with pure devotion, he said, Gadadhar, I'll chant Krishna's name tomorrow. You go home today. Kazi became such a mellow. Then Gadadhar started dancing. Such innocent purity. You chant the name of Krishna, you are pure devotee. In that way, Gadadhar is very powerful. So he went to Gadadhar Das home, Srinivasacharya. Then Gadadhar Das, they had Hari Katha, Gaur Katha, Krishna Katha. Then Gadadhar Das said, my request is get married. Then he went back to Jajigram under the instruction of his mother, guidance of his mother. Then he got married. Then it's like, then actually his life, Srinivasacharya's life, pure devotion, lot of problems. Three children, three daughters, very early age they died.
Is God.
At this point of time, he had how many disciples? Unlimited disciples. The first of all, he initiated everybody there. The wife, father, disciple. Wife, disciple. Wife, father, brothers, disciple. Everybody, Srinivasacharya's powerful personality, everybody was his disciple. Later on, then his disciples requested. One of the prominent disciple whom he met there was Ramchandra Puri. You heard of Ramchandra? Who later on became the associate of Narottam Das Thakur. Mahaprabhu came in a dream of Srinivasacharya, told that Ramchandra sent to Narottam. During departure, Srinivasacharya later went to Vrindavan. His samadhi is there in Vrindavan, Srinivasacharya. And there, Ramchandra Puri joined. So Guru and disciple samadhi close next to each other in Vrindavan. In the temple of Gokulananda Mandir in Vrindavan, their samadhi is there. And from there, then Srinivasacharya, disciple, they requested him marry again. Then he married again. And from the second wife came a great Vaishnavi whose name was Hemalata Thakurani. Yeah, she was of the same state as Janava Mata. Her appearance and resemblance is there in Vaishnava calendar. There's a whole life about her also. Then in each there is another Ganga Priya Thakurani. They're like great Vaishnavis. From there, then there are many pastimes now. It's like, then Mahaprabhu came in a dream of Srinivasacharya and told him to arrange for a God Purnima in Kheturi. Srinivasacharya has not met Shyamananda and Narottam Das for a very long time. Since like they all are established their own centers now. So then they all met again in Kheturi. And Janava Mata came and all the devotees of Bengal, whom we would be like Gadadhar Das, Achyutananda, or anybody you can think of who were there, Abhiram Thakur, all the Bengal devotees assembled at Kheturi in the place of Narottam Das Thakur. There was the first God Purnima festival in Mahaprabhu attended. All the Panchtattva they appeared and they danced with all the associates. I'm sure we'll discuss about that first time. First time all the associates together chanting with Mahaprabhu. That was like unforgettable event in all of their life. Jana Mata was just looking with love. His Nityananda. Everybody was like, wow. Then Srinivasacharya also got the news Vishnu Priya has left. And then he lamented because this discussed Gaur Katha such closely stayed in that house. So he lamented there. So it's like, it's very happening time because just after Mahaprabhu's departure, he is now one of the prominent personality. He's Guru with so many disciples. And it's like some were there and everybody was leaving the planet. All he met earlier were leaving. Just like, today we have some Prabhupada society, right? All Prabhupada disciples are leaving. You're like, oh, what is happening? Likewise, all Mahaprabhu associates are leaving. And Srinivasacharya is like the spiritual master. Natamda Thakur has many disciples. Shavanand Pandit has many disciples. Prominent disciple of Shavananda Pandit is, what's his name? The great disciple who initiated the elephant, named in Gopal Das. And his colleague of memory, this never supports. So, and then later on, Srinivasacharya again went to Vrindavan. This is after many years he went to Vrindavan. He was received by all the Goswamis. They were still there. Jiva Goswami, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Raghunath Goswami lived very long life, over 100 years. They all were there. They all greeted. Then he again went to King Viram Veer, took care of the disciples. Then there's a pastime of the ring stealing. Describe today. It's a big pastime where, Srinivasacharya's daily schedule, he would get up very early in the morning and he would read Goswami's book till 10 a.m. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. he would chant. And then in the 2 to 4, he would perform Kirtan with his disciples. And Srinivasacharya is also known for starting a new style of Kirtan called Manohar, very traditional style of Kirtan that he introduced, that is still prevalent today. And in the evening, he would speak on Krishna's pastimes and Mahaprabhu's pastimes and take care of all his disciples. And at one instance, when he was chanting those 4 hours, now it's 2 o'clock and they have to do Kirtan. And Srinivasacharya, his disciple Ramchandra Puri was there. Wherever Srinivasacharya went, Ramchandra Puri accompanied him. But later on, Ramchandra Puri went to Rotunda Thakur. But while he's traveling back to Vrindavan, Ramchandra Puri was going to King Viram Veer and Vrindavan, all the places. So this time, after 4 hours, he did not come out of his chanting for 3 days. So that time, after 1 day passed, there were all the disciples said, King Viram Veer, everybody is like, what happened to my Gurudev? What happened to Gurudev? Gurudev is not coming out of Samadhi. Then Ramchandra Puri, highly qualified. He said, I'll find Gurudev. Then he was so qualified, he also went into chanting Samadhi. And then he met his Guru, Srinivasacharya, is Mani Manjari in spiritual world. One of the Srimati Radharani, Sahasrara Rupa Goswami. So Ramchandra Puri, in his Manjari Swarup, went to Vrindavan and he met Mani Manjari. Mani Manjari was finding a ring of Radharani that has been lost in the forest after Radharani pastime. And Ramchandra Puri helped. They both didn't come out of chanting meditation for 3 days. Finally, when they found, then Radharani gave him Mahaprasada to Srinivasacharya. And then they both came back and he gave that Mahaprasad to all the disciples. So that pastime happened in King Viram Vishnapur. And then again, travel, meeting, went back. And finally, after the Goswamis later on, then he departed. He was like, he was like almost 32 years younger to Lord Chaitanya. So when Mahaprabhu was 48, he departed. He was only 16 or 17. When he went to Puri, and Mahaprabhu just departed. So this is something about Srinivasacharya. So it's very Vrindavan.
We came back from Viram.
Yes, came back to Vrindavan. And he told his disciple, call Ramchandra Puri. Then news went, Ramchandra Puri and Narottam Thakur separated. Ramchandra Puri came back. Srinivasacharya departed. Ramchandra Puri departed. Then Narottam Thakur departed. All 3 departed. Similar time.
In Vrindavan.
Ramchandra Puri, Vrindavan. Narottam Thakur near Khituri, Bengal. Shyamananda Pandit, original Samadhi, Odisha. This is where they were kind of established. And then slowly after them, then slowly after Baldev Vidya Bhushan, first Vishnu Chakravarti Tagore, Baldev Vidya Bhushan, then the movement start to degrade. Then again revival Bhakti Vinod Thakur.
What happened to those books?
They were printed. Again he went, Janma Mata scale, then mass production, sent to devotees. But they were still very scarcely available. When Bhakti Vinod Thakur time, he was searching for those book 20 years, we could not find a book. That time, no Amazon, nobody like India shipping here. There is nobody calling, hey, can you send me this book? It's like if you get it from your neighbors, you get it. Otherwise, you wait only. It's just not during Prabhupada time, Prabhuji's. Books would arrive after a few months after Prabhupada wrote, and there's only one copy, and they would fight who will read the book. This is now, it's like with technology came just recently, right? Now everything is there on phones, but time is not there. Because with so many distractions come with phone and laptop. Previously, nothing was there. Life was very pure, actually.
Yeah.
But books were not there. Problems will be there all the time. We just had to do whatever we can do now. His Holiness Srinivasacharya Goswami Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande. Vanchakalpa Tarubhesha Kripa Sindhube Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Ananda Koti Vaishnava. Thank you very much. On Zoom, dear Prabhuji's Matajis, thank you for joining. Then with pranams, Hare Krishna. We are ending here.